Good evening, Cumberland County, and welcome to the boiling point. So, what a week it's been, huh? Mm-hmm. So, let's talk about the big elephant in the room. And yes, I mean Abigail Turney. We have been hearing for some weeks now Abigail trying to gaslight our community in saying two things. Number one, that there is no inappropriate pornographic books in our schools. And number two, that there's been no books challenged. If they're there, why aren't the books challenged? And you saw that tonight, correct? So let me ask Abigail Tierney, our West Shore demoniac, a question. Which is it? Because a couple weeks ago, you said that 3 books were challenged. Today, you said that 0 books were challenged. And unless you're deaf, blind, and dumb, you were there when Christy Harmon in June read the books to the school board, and there was dead silence. So, which is attorney? Or do you really know the difference between the truth and a lie? Oh, wait a minute, but I'm asking the woman that cannot define what a woman is. So, let's get down to the truth. The truth, ladies and gentlemen, is that 3 books were challenged. How do I know? Because I'm the one who challenged the books. So, on August 16th, I sent in the challenge for the following books: The Breakup List, Me, Earl, and the Dying Girl, and All Boys Aren't Blue. And on August 17th, Matthew Gay acknowledged receipt of the books that I was challenging. To date, August, September, October, November. 3 months now. Today's November 13th. To date, they have not followed up. They haven't said a word outside of demoniac tyranny, trying to gaslight our community again and saying that the challenge never took place. And unfortunately, Matthew Gay, knowing that the challenge took place, sitting there like a lump on a log, remaining silent and allowing the lie to continue. So he's as guilty as she is. Now, on top of that, when Mrs. Brent did an investigation on whether these pornographic books are in our district or not, Matthew Gay admitted to her that yes, they are in our library. But you know, guys, get ready because this is about to get worse. Number one, we're used to hearing tyranny, Jezebel, manipulate, and lie because we've all seen it. I'm not saying anything that we haven't seen. Heck, we just saw in the last couple of meetings too. So we all know that this is taking place. But get ready for it to get worse. Because what else happened this week? Well, they nominated and chose somebody to replace Heidi Thomas. Okay? And unfortunately, he's no gem himself. John Dormuth. So who is John Dormuth? Well, John Dormuth backed up Terry Pickles in her campaign. Okay? And he is a big DEI person. And did you not see today his vote on wanting to table policies? Because what they're doing is trying to buy time so that Pickles come in and they can overturn all this stuff. Did you not hear the demoniac tyranny speaking about how these policies are illegal? They go against the laws. No, they do not. And you know what, guys? Policies are not laws. And these policies that they have in place, presently, the ones they want to keep, okay, because they don't want their old policies to be changed. actually go not against parental rights, but also against the Constitution of the United States of America, and having this material, this pornographic novels, okay, in our schools, that also violates a couple of PA statutes. Oh, but they don't want you to speak about that, right? So word books challenge, yes. How do I know? Because I'm the one who challenged them. But yet, she's still sitting there looking at you in the face and trying to lie. Now, let's talk about the election of the pickle. Somebody asked me, oh, I'm sure that you feel bad because she was defeated. I don't. You know why? Because I don't see it as a defeat. When you run a campaign based on lies, when you run a campaign gaslighting a community, when you present yourself to be a conservative Republican, and nobody can say she did not because we have the pictures of the billboard, okay, a conservative Republican. When you run on things that are a lie, that's not a victory. That's a theft. That's a theft. And to those parents that decided not to go out and vote, shame on you, because you just helped bring chaos back into the West Shore School District. And to those parents that fell for her deceit, shame on you for not doing your homework, especially when the information was being provided to you. Because you see, I helped work those polls alongside Christy and some others. And we can tell you that many people were confused as to who the real conservative and Republican was. And we were able to win over some votes by showing them the truth, by showing them the video where she herself admits to what she really supports. So brace yourself, guys. Brace yourself, because the next couple of years, it's going to be chaotic. That being stated, parents, if you're not going to get involved, that's your choice. That's your option. And I can understand why some parents don't want to get involved, because this woke mob is insane. It's insane. However, get ready for more of the mess. I would suggest, if you don't want your children indoctrinated any further, if you don't want your girls having to share the bathroom with the boys, because that's what's happening, that's what's going to happen. Okay. If you don't want your children exposed to these pornographic novels, okay, and these teachers indoctrinating the kids, and your kids being targeted, because they even targeted my son at one point, but I quickly snipped that, okay, or nipped it in the bud. All right, then you need to remove your child out of the West Shore School District, and preferably out of the whole public school system. Put them in cyber school. Put them in private school, homeschool if you can. That's even better. But consider removing your child out of the West Shore School District, because chaos is ensuing. And keep in mind that if you're not going to become involved, your taxpayer money, taxpayer dollars, okay, is helping finance this mess. So that being stated, let's be perfectly clear. 3 books were challenged. Abigail Tierney is still lying to the community. The good thing is that in December, this demoniac will no longer be on our board. Okay, but do not think for 1 minute that she's just going to leave and disappear, because that's not the issue. She has another plan. I know she does. Okay, because she figured that she can be more vocal on the outside. So she's going to be stirring the pot from the outside. But however, we are going to have a Goodbye Abigail Tierney party. It's a private event. Okay, and you will get the invitation soon. Okay, it still calls for celebration, that we don't have to see her facing the board. But yet we still have Mary Dankowski. We still have the pickle. We still have Mr. DEI that we're going to have to deal with. Okay, and the destruction of the West Shore School District has started. And just to show you, I am so happy that the father that spoke today, kudos to him, said what he said, because that also helps solidify what we've also been saying for years, that bullying is out of control in the West Shore School District. And the issue is that the administration, Okay. And the board and the staff are so preoccupied in assisting and aiding the alphabet jihad, okay, on the wrong things, that they are not and they are failing to protect our children. So it's like your child does not matter if your child's not part of the alphabet jihad. And we have seen that over and over again in the West Shore School District. So parents, wake up. And if you're looking for you're a home buyer and you're looking to purchase a home, I would suggest, highly suggest, that you stray away from any areas in which the school district is the West Shore School District, because they're going to tax you to the max. And no, it's not the conservative board that was sworn in a year ago that made that decision. That was by the veteran school board members that at the time, the president was Brian Geisway. Okay, that was a 10-year tax to the max plan that they have in place, which is that they're going to break your back in taxes for the next 10 years to fund their lunacy, because there's no other word for it. So if you're looking for a home, stray away from any area in which it will entail your child going to the West Shore School District, unless you have no problems with a boy seeing your daughters naked, a boy in women's sports, okay? Your child being indoctrinated, your child being exposed to pornographic material. You have no problem with that, then welcome. But if you do, stray away from the West Shore School District, because the next couple of years is going to be chaotic. So this is Mariana. God bless you. And hopefully somebody will reply to the books that I challenge and stop lying. Because Matthew Gay, you know that I submitted it. And if you're going to sit there like a lump on the log, then you are, okay, helping her lie, okay, and gaslight the community. So God bless.